Hello. I like to talk about the author Truman Capote and his particular book called In Cold Blood. When I was reading lots of books, I have a fellow worker who is also very loving the book, and she recommending once in a while which book she read and which is good and bad and all those stuff. So I was telling her that I am reading right now the Breakfast at the Tiffany by Truman Capote, and I'm not sure I like it. And she said, well, read the In Cold Blood, the most electrifying, striking book I ever read. That's what she said. And so, well, okay, usually I kind of trust her, and she is a very good sense of what's good, what's bad, right? Okay. Anyway, so I read the book, and I was taken. So in the book is about like a documentary fiction. And it's based on the real murder story of the Richard Hickok and Perry Smith. Those two guys, they became a little bit friends in prison, and but they got the parole, and so they got out and trying to establish their own life. And they go to this particular very well-to-do house in Kansas, I think, and the murder happened there. So the book, there was also a movie. The book was published in 1966. So movie was made maybe a couple of years after that, I would say. And the movie, when I saw the movie early on, when I was younger, it's about two guys, two criminals story. What's good about that, And I saw the movie and I wasn't impressed, for that movie that much. But book is completely different. So when I read the book, only this one, like only a couple of years ago I read the book. So I have a notion of this is based on the real murder, thing. And so, I saw the movies and I don't like it, but she recommended, so I started read. But immediately I was taken by this Truman Capote's writing skill, I would say. He starts with she doesn't go for like a time-wise sequence or anything. And he talked about this victim's family a lot. Victim's family, how they are respected and a very happy family, like three or four kids, I don't remember, and a very happy, beautiful family, and rich kind of and a respected family. Okay, and then he talked about these two criminals. Each one of them has a different background, So he talks about Hickok's the father and how he loves the son and so forth, and Perry Smith's father and son. But I think among those two kids, mostly Perry Smith, who I think the author emphasized his life a little bit more than Hickok, and so they are, they are poor family, of course, but the love relationship with father and son and everything else is very poignant. And so you are prepared from that, each family, not only criminals but also victims' family and environments at the times and so forth. You prepared, and the final murder scene, which you don't feel comfortable, but that comes much later. So, but gripping, and once you started to read the book, you cannot put it away. You have to read, even though you have spoilers already. You knew, and you are reading according to that particular image of the killing. But still, it's very well written. I felt like this is like a textbook of writing. Not only the structure, but also how he uses his narrative, I would say. Very nice. So strongly recommend the book. The movie, I'm not sure. I haven't visited again to see the movie. I don't want to see the movie anymore. Okay, so I recommend that. Truman Capote has another famous movie, right? The Breakfast at Tiffany. This one. This Breakfast at Tiffany, I would say, it's a textbook of writing. It's very good. And the movie was kind of a little bit different from the book, maybe, because it emphasizes this Audrey Hepburn's more fashionable side of it. But the book itself is this half strange, not the strange, very eccentric, the girl who is definitely pretty, and the man was kind of drawn to this girl. But anyway, book was like a short story, I would say. So movie is a little bit taken from that story and emphasized the different parts of the short story, I would say. So anyway, I liked the In Cold Blood. That you really have to read the book, and when you start to read the book, you understand what I meant. And so at work, I was talking to the fan of the book, and I just read this In Cold Blood by Capote, and I really liked it. And I was, oh yes, I read when I was 12 years old or something. Oh my goodness, wow. Well, this girl, 12 years old girl, very intelligent and so forth. But anyway, when she read that, she knew the story at that time already. And I think when she was visited somewhere, I think her family from Midwest, somewhere in Kansas, and she went to this eye doctor. And so I think doctor told her that he has this eyeball. So Richard Hitchcock, when he was executed, he donated his eye for the good cause, right? But anyway, this particular eyeball was in a jar. So doctor showed her the eyeball of Richard Hitchcock, and I couldn't imagine how she felt at that time, and I was amazed. So another couple of weeks, I couldn't get rid of the image of that. This friend went to the eye doctors, and she went to the room where this jar was sitting. And she knew the stories and everything, and so she knew who Richard Hickok is, and so I couldn't get that idea to how strange that is for her young mind that he had opportunity to see that. And well, of course, the Truman Capote, ever since then, I regard him as very high, the writer in everything. By the way, this particular film, when he was writing, I think I think one of the earliest writing by him, even earlier than Tiffany, Breakfast at Tiffany, I would say. And he was assisted by childhood friend Harper Lee. Harper Lee is a To Kill a Mockingbird, the author, right? Okay, so she assisted him to write this particular docu-fiction, right? Okay, but particular book is very, very good. The subject-wise, it's kind of uncomfortable because of the killing somebody, okay? And so that's what I have to warn you. That's very, very strong in the turn off somebody, somebody who doesn't want to feel why, nor do I have to read this murder story or whatever, the real story. But anyway, the book became a movie, which 1966 or probably 68-ish, right? I would say, and the Philip Seymour Hoffman portrayed Capote, and I think got the Oscars or something a while back. I think 1980s or 90s, somewhere around that time, I would say. And I saw the movie, and the movie was okay, but the movie depicts the Capote's wrong dead by then. So Capote's fixation of that particular murder story, especially with Perry Smith. I think what I understand is that he was kind of drawn to him, one of the murderer, Perry Smith, and when he was interviewing at the prison, he felt like kind of a close connection to this young, not young, I think probably at that time already 20 years or 30 years maybe. And so the movie was, I think, Philip Seymour Hoffman did a great job there, but you don't have to see the movie, but for your information. But you have to read the book of the In Cold Blood. I would strongly recommend, especially when you want to become a writer. And I'm not a writer myself at all, and I'm a fan of good books, right? I'm not a writer, and I like to be, but of course I can. But anyway, so that's what today's topic.